What is going on, everybody? Sorry about that. I accidentally pretty much shut my computer off. I don't know. I shut it off right as we went live. Fantastic stuff. What's going on, man? How we doing?
Doing good. At first, I thought it was me. I thought
No,
maybe I had internet issues. I ran downstairs faster than somebody telling me there's a free bucket of chicken downstairs, right? So I ran downstairs thinking, "Oh my God, I got to reroute or reboot or anything." But
nope.
so it wasn't me. So hey,
Yeah, no, I totally fucked that up. I literally went to set my I went to set my phone down and I accidentally set it and it hit the power button on the keyboard. And yeah, boom goes the
it's
dynamite.
okay. Things happen. It's okay. Things happen. Things
But
happen.
we have an action-packed show for everyone tonight. We're covering obviously G Fest, Leslie's first, not first, Jesus. Basically his entire walkthrough. Then we'll be joined by Charles, Greg, and Adrian. Believe Charles is coming on around 8:30, so in a couple minutes. And yeah, we're just gonna be talking about G Fest and specifically the model room for the most part. But all right, sir, take it away, man. How was it? Well, and I'm gonna pull up your video here while we get that rolling in the background.
G Fest was great. It's pretty much great every single year. The wife and I got there late Thursday night, like around maybe 2 in the morning. So as soon as we got to the
Yep.
hotel, we crashed and we got up that morning, like around 11, I think. Went downstairs, and it was pretty much nonstop the entire weekend, meeting folks, talking with people, going to the dealers room a few times, the models room. And that's the thing, I really didn't spend that much time in the models room, as much as you think I would. I was just busy trying to gather footage and get the vibe of G Fest so I can send it back to AJ. Um,
Hi.
but aside from that, had a great time. Went to Doc's Arcade, the best arcade place on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a chance to go to Chicago, please check out Gallop and Ghost Arcade. Um, really fun. Just had a wonderful time. Went by Doc Studios, saw where he makes the magic when it comes to his kits, so that was also great. Also got a surprise visit, or at least a surprise appearance by Rich Iso, because he swore up
Yes.
and down he was not going to be able to make it. And it's funny, while me and Sandra were coming from Doc's that Friday afternoon, we're heading back to the hotel. Rich called me, and I think Rich was just calling just to see if we got to Chicago safely, and I guess to get the report on the early vibes of G Fest. And but he FaceTimed me. I'm like, why would you FaceTime me? But his camera was off, and
Oh, I got you.
and we were just yeah, because he sent me a picture of his workplace, because he works at the airport, right? Don't want to go into detail what he actually does, but he works in the airport, and he showed me a picture of a plane earlier that day. So I was like, oh, because he kept on saying I might show up. There's a slim chance. I don't know. So I put him out of my mind that he would show up. When he sent me that picture, I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely not showing up. And so when he called FaceTime me, he and the camera was off. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Where you at? He opened the camera and he was walking through the hotel in Chicago, and that was great. Went to Giordano's that night. He had an epic cheese pull, because
Saw
that's what he
saw
normally does. You know what I'm saying? Where he actually stood on the seat on his chair. He stood on the chair in the restaurant and just pulling it up to the ceiling. Rich is Rich is not tall. I'm not gonna say this the S word, but he's not tall. So he just got on the top of the uh seat and just pulled, and it was epic, and it was great. And um but yeah, the overall experience was really good. Did get a chance to see the Inashira Honda documentary on Sunday. That was really good, really moving. So if you get a chance to get that documentary, please do. You get an understanding how the war really affected him as a filmmaker. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's very insightful. The man who gave us the original Godzilla, King Kong versus Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, War of the Gargantuars, Destroy All Monsters, Terra Mecha Godzilla, Matango, and all these great, films. You get an insight of the man, like before he became a filmmaker. So that was really good. But overall, the experience, seeing my boys win, which we'll talk about momentarily, was a great thing to see. So it was really, really fun.
And then we got to talk about this though. Um, I believe you. I believe you got something here.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
I got something.
let's get this rolling here. Let's just make sure it's not insanely loud. 1 second.
All right, we're
Hmm.
going. So Leslie Chambers, you wanted Safubi? You know this is an X Plus, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, can you touch that? Just make sure you don't like burn or anything.
Oh my God, he lived! He lived! Yeah, I bought my daggone Safubi willingly.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up and leave me alone.
Safubi collector confirmed.
Yes,
Confirmed.
I got one. I got me my Safubi, and I got this for the wife. Got this for the wife. Got this
Whoa!
Hell yeah.
Now she has all of them. The green one, the black and orange one, the monster one. Now she has the white one. So, all because of the awesome folks at Toy Town. Thank you so much, JK, everybody. I don't know your name, sorry, but you're all wearing the same shirt, so I like that. So thank you for your service again. Who would have thought? Because I've been like the Moby Dick. The the cat Ahab spent his whole life trying to find and capture that whale.
That's your literally your white whale?
Yeah, but actually, you know what? I'm the white whale. I'm actually African American. That I finally got my first Safubi courtesy of the fine folks at Toku Toy Town. Thanks to the awesome JK. So thank you.
You're the man, Leslie.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So.
Oh, I have all
Before we get into that, hold on a second. So what
Hmm.
possessed you? And I believe that was a zone fighter, Sofubi, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, the Giga Brain Zone Fighter. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what happened,
Hmm.
man? What was this like? What take us through? What possessed you? What called to you to get this piece?
Is it really that big a moment? Because I bought a Safubi.
Yeah,
Is it really that
you've
big
been
of a
talking
moment?
mad shit about. I've been trying to get you. I know I'm gonna take a little bit of credit of getting you on the Sofubi train. A little bit, just a tad. So yeah, I think it is a big deal because out of all the figures
Mm.
that you could have got to be the first one, you chose Zone Fighter. So I gotta know why.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good reason for that. I've always loved Zone Fighter. Always. I know it's like a poor man's Ultraman in terms of TV shows, but I've always loved Zone Fighter. The show, and it's a shame that outside of Safubi, we don't get much realistic stuff. Like the stuff I normally go after, as far as like X Plus or anything like that, in terms of Zone Fighter. Zone Fighter is kind of an obscure show that there are a lot of Godzilla fans that don't even know about this show, honestly. Like when you say Godzilla was on a Tokusatsu TV show back in the '70s, they were like, "Huh, really?" But yeah, not only Godzilla, but King Ghidorah and Gigan. But again, I know it was made on the cheap because it was made during the '70s, and the budgets were not good back then, especially in those days. But I've always loved Zone Fighter, and I've always wanted a collectible of himself in my collection. And I contacted Jay Key because I got Sandra's final frog tree. You know what I'm saying? That was like a goal that she wanted to accomplish. And a matter of fact, she accomplished that goal just this year alone. She got pretty much every single one of them. This one, the black and orange one, the green one, and the Martha one, all within the same year. So kudos to her. So while I was talking with Jay Key from Toy Town, he had this and he reserved this for me. And I said, "Do you have anything else?" And we're just talking back and forth. No, as a matter of fact, I think I saw him on the Yeah, I saw him on the Monster with Attitude show, and he was talking about the stuff that he was going to be having there. And he mentioned he was going to have this Giga Brain Zone Fighter. And I was like, since I already reserved the Frog Tree, I was like, you mind reserving this too? And he had two of them, or at least I think three. He had one that didn't have the missile gauntlet, right? But I wanted the one with the missile gauntlet to him. But yeah, I've always loved Zone Fighter. I was like, you know what? This is the Fubi, but it is sporting somewhat of a realistic look. So that is why I got this. The fact it's the Fubi is kind of like a happy byproduct of that. Now it's not. Now don't get me. Hey, because people were on me the entire time I was at G Fest. Like, you brought some Fubi, you want to bust, you're gonna go into the rabbit hole. I was like, no, no, don't do that. Like, don't push me down that hole. Like, no, Not trying to say I would never ever get another Safubi. I'm not trying to say that. It just depends on what it is. Um, but I get it now. I understand. So, and it's one of my favorite characters. So that's the reason why I got Zone Fighter. So
All right. I
that's
mean,
it.
I guess I could buy that. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta. Charles, are you buying that? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on a spot like that.
Are you good?
Can you, oh, you guys could see me? Holy smokes. Yeah,
Yep.
I was working on a 3D model. Man, Sofubi, I don't know. Some of it actually does look pretty good. I hate that the Akamenteshi is apparently, not licensed and everything else. So I really like the sculpts of the Akamenteshi. So I don't know if Leslie, have you seen those before? The 95 Akamenteshi?
Yes, I have. Somebody brought one
Yes.
to my house when they were filming us for a documentary, a mini documentary. I saw one in person. I was like, yeah. Then I found out the price tag is like half the car payment of a Porsche. I was like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and they're, like I said, they're unlicensed, so it's kind of like you can't justify paying that much for something unlicensed, unfortunately. But when I like held one of those, I think Sam Brown brought one this year, and when I held one, and I was like, for a moment, I was like, okay, I can see what the appeal is. I can see, like, especially with the colors and everything, you don't really get that kind of like beauty, and how like luminous it is. You don't get that with like realistic sculpts. I mean, I'll always lean towards that, but I can kind of for the first time understand why people like them.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's an interesting point about the Akamatenshi because I kind of feel the same way. Which is why I personally don't get them. Although my dad eats that. My dad has several of them. They're incredible. But yeah, it's always kind of been like a mystery. Like, why does this not only continuously happen, but it seems like it's almost welcomed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's not like
strange.
they've only done like 5. They've probably over the last 5 years have between variants probably released, close to what, 30 pieces altogether,
Yeah,
and that's not counting the variants of them. So it's just
yeah.
like, okay, you know?
And I feel like the Passion Tank 64 looks pretty good. Passion Tank does some good stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but the more obscure things, I don't think I'll ever be able to get behind, like the kaiju cream and the the hot dog Zilla one that they had this year at G Fest. I'm just kind of like, I
A hot
don't get it, dude.
I bought a hot dog Zilla, get out of here.
Ah, of course you did. Of course you did. It's really
Absolutely. Why not?
typical.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But, while you're here, we're going to, before we jump into all of your stuff that you had at the model room and your awards, we're gonna let Leslie continue his G Fest trips because I believe you both went to Galloping Ghost, so we can have you both talk about it.
Yeah.
Um, and here's Sandra again.
Um, yeah, that's Sandra getting her
Yes,
her
yes,
latest
yes. Full Capri
fast
set.
star trade. Also, a huge shout out to Melissa
Lipstick and all. Yes,
Hoy,
here's a
Josh
size.
Hoy's fantastic wife. He's in the chat. Just like Sandra, she got I think all 4 of them too. So at some point, I'm gonna get those wonderful ladies together here on Kaiju Live and have them talk about their ukiyo-e, can't say it, fraudstry and rank them like what is their favorite and all that good stuff. That'll be coming hopefully real soon. But yeah, went to Galloping Ghost again, the largest arcade in the world. Man, it just takes take. It took me and Sandra back, because we used to play, video games like this back in the day, and to see like just old wonderful titles like Miss Pac-Man and Q*bert and there was an old Godzilla game and just having a fun time. Like you pay a flat rate of $25 and you can play as much as you want. And it's fun and it's fun. It's kind of a break, because in this day and age where everybody's on their smartphones and you can do pretty much you can play art, you can play games on your phone. But it's nice to just to go back in time and go back to back, where we didn't have smartphones and all we had was just arcade games like this, some food, some friends, just simpler times. Um, and it was just a fun experience. Of course, huge shout out to Dot Mac. He's a wonderful human being and wonderful person. I'm glad to have him as a friend. But again, if you ever in I think it's Brookfield, I think. But either way, look up Galloping Ghost when you get to Chicago and go there, and you will have a great, 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 great time. Um, what about you, Charles? You went to the arcade, right?
I went twice, yeah. Um,
All right,
the Godzilla
go
game
for it.
you mentioned is like so hard. I could not figure it out. That thing is really tough. Um, yeah, I played some fighting games. I like the old Terminator, shoot 'em ups that they had were really cool. And Devin and Crew were playing the Aliens versus Predator, and I know Crew I think he pretty much beat the whole game. Got to watch him defeat the Queen with the Predator, which was kind of upsetting, because I love the Queen, so that didn't seem very fair. But yeah, it's always really cool, and it's like kind of a labyrinth. It's a maze, and it feels like you just keep going, and there's more rooms and more rooms and more rooms, and it just never ends. So it's always a fun time going there with friends. I really love it.
I don't know what happened to Leslie. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he's coming back.
he's there.
He's coming back. You all right, man? The
You had to test the wife.
oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Speaking of the wife,
Yeah. Boom. That
yeah,
thing
that was when we
is
went to
insane, dude.
yeah, yeah, that was when we went to Doc's studio down the street from his arcade, and we went later. At the time, we only saw like half of Godzilla's body. It wasn't really fully together like that.
Mhm.
And so to walk in and see this thing, even though it wasn't fully painted, but fully assembled. I mean, and this is me. I had to tell Sandra no when it comes to this. She was like, I want it. I was like, no, we can't bring it home. Like we don't have, and she was trying to tell
Wow.
me you could drive a tractor trailer and pick it up and bring it home. I'm like, babe, like, and again, this is me telling the wife no when it comes to Godzilla. The irony of it. But that was another -1. I think the same one that was at G Fest last year. That some
Mhm.
people couldn't read the sign when they said don't touch it, and they end up touching it anyway, and they broke off dorsal plates and tails, but that's another story. But yeah, again,
What?
Dot Mac, great, great, great. Yeah, yeah. He had two of them there, like that same size, like around 4 feet tall, and there was a sign that clearly said, "Do not touch." By the end of G Fest, it was a broken dorsal. I remember that broken dorsal plate or something, but something was broke off. At least one of them, because people were taking pictures with it, and rightfully so. But they were leaning on it and hugging it and touching it, and you get enough people that apply enough force, stuff is going to break, unfortunately. But at least when Sandra hugged the big one, at least she was mindful enough to give it some type of care. So that was great.
That's insane. Uh, how do people? One, was Doc selling it? Was there a price? Could you have actually bought it and taken it home magically?
Sandra's in the chat. Maybe she can answer that because I was doing my best trying to convince her not. Let's not
let's
do this.
let's
You
not do
know,
that. Yeah.
let,
The
let,
ones at G
let-
Fest last year were just for display, and I know that that's why he didn't display anything. And I don't think he even had an arcade set up this year because of all that. 'Cause he was pretty upset about it. Um, but yeah, man, you just can't trust people. Yeah, those were he had two different ones that he had posted up around the Hyatt, and I think both of them got damaged, right, Leslie? Both of them.
I want to say so. I know at least one.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if the other one got damaged too, considering how some people just can't read for some reason. And of course, they don't understand. They think it's just a a granite like statue that can't be broken. But they don't understand. But still, the sign does say "Don't touch." But it is what it is. But yeah, that one at Doc's and just seeing him walk in and seeing that thing, just the biggest thing in the room. Like Sandra eyes just lit up and she just went to it and hugged it. And I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. And Doc just sitting there in the background just smiling because, and that's a testament how awesome his sculpts are. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been so behind them for the past several years. And but yeah, yeah. Sorry, babe. Maybe one day, but ain't gonna be today. I know you're in the chat. So
But yeah, No, I would like to. You'd actually put that like on a flatbed and drive that home, right? That would be the only
Damn
way
it, you're
to.
not helping
I'm
because
just
her and Melissa are in the chat right now, going back and forth,
yeah.
plotting to trying to get this thing in this house.
You
And
can rent a
today, me and
flatbed, right? And
God
drive it. I
damn
know.
it, man,
Yeah.
damn it, man.
All right.
Today we were just literally rearranging both our rooms, and we both looked at each other. And we were like, "We got a lot of stuff," and we were like, "I was like, yeah." And now here you are, and there they are in the chat trying to plot to bring that big bitch up in here.
Look, you got space in front of the fireplace. I know where we can
I'm
put it.
man, I'm a punch in the throat when I see you.
All right,
God
changing
Almighty.
topics. Changing topics. Charles.
What's
Uh,
up?
so you brought many awards back from the model room. Take us through which one take us through them and I'll keep putting up the pictures. I got them all. Thanks. Huge shout
Yeah,
out to Sam Brown.
yeah. Are you sure you got them all? No, I'm
I don't know.
kidding.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I brought a lot this year, man.
I know.
No, the first thing I want to say before we get into this is Greg should have won everything for his '89 bus, his Gaurau. That thing, yes. I see you already had it. This
I
thing,
got
and
everything.
God,
Everything.
we can't see the eyes on it. You can kind of see it there. Oh my God, man. Greg killed it. He should have brought home every single award for that thing. He truly is a one of a kind artist and just a genuinely amazing human being.
Yes, he is.
I cannot praise him enough. He is outstanding. And I texted him, I think yesterday, and I told him that we're all just trying to catch up to him. And any painters are just trying to get to Greg's level. So, yeah. Absolutely amazing artist. But yeah, no, I just want to throw that out there. Okay. Yeah, so this was Robert's Kaibutsuya Trauma Gamera, sculpted by Ryoyama. I brought that little plaque, Ayana's Nightmare. And this thing, so Robert was very ingenious when it came to dioramas. So I really wanted to kind of do something like imagine almost like his spirit was guiding me, and that I wanted to get really inventive with this one. So I did a lot of object source lighting. All of the red and the yellows and all that on there are painted. That is not light. And with the base itself, the cars and the street lights light up. And I actually dug into the XPS insulation foam base and snaked the wires underneath so they were hidden, which is very difficult to do. The smoke clouds are made with actually, believe it or not, like stuffed animal stuffing, and they have lights inside of them as well. But this one was the most stressful one to move because I drove in a Dodge Caravan from Houston to Chicago. So it was very stressful. But yeah, that thing took a lot of time to make. The buildings are all 3D printed as well,
Okay.
and all the trees and everything. And then the scrap pieces you see coming out of the clouds and like on the ground, like all the bits of metal. I went to a Warhammer shop and they had a ton of like scrap pieces in a bucket that they were selling for like 20 cents an ounce. So I just bought like several ounces of just scrap parts and then I painted them and threw them on there to create some rubble.
Okay.
And you can't really see it, but there's little people running away in the front, and the car in front of the apartment. If anybody remembers from '99, that is the car that Ayana is in when she's waiting for her parents to leave the apartment.
Oh, okay.
And I printed the closest I could to the apartment in the movie. It's only like a few seconds that you kind of see it in the reflection of the window of the car, but that was the
Yeah.
closest architecturally that I could get it. But yeah, that's supposed to be Ayana in that car in the front. So yeah,
Watching her
um,
parents die. Man.
yeah, yeah, and the cat and Iris. Don't forget the
Yeah, and the cat too. Yeah.
yeah.
But dude, this thing is just an incredible scope. And what did this took an award, yes?
It got the runner up for the WoW, which is the award
Yeah.
that's in Robert's name. Yeah. The winner, damn it, I should have had his name handy. I hadn't seen him enter stuff before, but he won the WoW award for his Guanji, which was really, really awesome. He built a like a
Hmm.
sand kind of desert diorama for it, and he did such a spectacular job on the paint for that. The
This is
clock.
one of the coolest pieces.
Yep, Helmy took that home. Yeah, that is also Ryoyama, also Kaibutsuya. That is the clock, and that is a working clock in there. I just didn't have batteries in it. Probably should have done that. Would have made it way cooler. But I saw a lot of clocks like this that were done, but all the Godzillas look the same. So I really went through this trying to make each one unique. That's why I did a sepia color for the 55 versus the black and white that I did for the 54. And then, as you can see, the 66, I put flocked snow on it and used like
Oh.
terrain glue. So if you see it in person, it looks like actual snow and it feels like actual snow. But yeah, I try to do a different color for every single one of these and different, eyes, everything, because I really wanted them all to look different. And then I added the diorama bits on there, the kind of like grass and weeds and stuff. So it's a beautiful kit. That is not Oyama, but that is Kaibutsuya. It's the 40 centimeter 54 by Yoshio, who is the one that started Kaibutsuya. He's kind of the mentor to Oyama and a lot of other sculptors over the years. He's an OG from Osaka, and yeah, this was a really fun kit. It was really hard to find. This one went home with David Conroy, a very nice guy. He's gonna end up being a spectacular kit builder too. So, but yeah, that's also a very beautiful sculpt.
I fucking love
And
this one, dude.
this is the one that everybody was talking about. I had Marcellus, I had Greg, I had somebody else come up to me. They're all asking me or telling me that they like were trying to figure out where the light was coming from. This is all paint. There is no light here. This is OSL. And I wanted to do. I imagine him coming out of the volcano and having the lava underneath and then moonlight above. So I did the blue OSL from the top down, and then I did the red from the bottom up.
So for our painting noobs, break down what the OSL is and how exactly do
Yeah.
you achieve this effect?
Yeah, so object source lighting, it's best done with an airbrush because light travels in a direct line, and so does the paint from an airbrush. It's very difficult to do this hand painting, and basically you would get the angle at which you want the light to come from, and you're going to do different shades as well of that color. So the closer that it is to the source of light, the brighter it's going to be. The further away from it is from the source of light, the darker it's going to be. And so basically for the red, you just flip them upside down and then just get a direct straight line with your airbrush and then just spray and try and get that. And then go from typically the closer to the source of light is going to be like yellow, then orange, then red. And that's why the red is very like prominent up towards his lower jaw and beneath his hands. But if you can see kind of some yellow peeking through in between his legs because that's the closest to the lava. But yeah, this is also Ryoyama. This is also Kaibutsuya. There's only about 15 of these in the world that were made, and Helmy brought this one home as well.
Yeah, tell me about all your stuff. I'm zooming in on this.
Yeah, he bought a lot.
I want to get in there. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that's so. How long does that process take? Like to add that effect? How many hours, days are we talking?
You wouldn't believe it, man, but if you use the right technique, you could probably get it done within a couple hours, to be honest. I painted him like a normal Godzilla first, so that you can see his nail colors, you can see the colors of his dorsals. Like I painted him normally, I painted his mouth, everything in the eyes, and then I did the OSL last, right? Because the original colors are still going to be underneath, even if light is shining on him. But you see a lot of miniature painters, especially in Warhammer, they do OSL. Like they'll have a character holding a torch, and then you see the light of the torch on their face. That's really common in miniature. So I watched a ton of miniature videos on like how to properly do this, and it's a lot of fun. And I did the same thing for the big Gamera diorama on this side that's facing the building that he's tearing in half. I did the same thing for that with this technique, but it's just more yellows and oranges than just pure red. Because I really wanted it to look like lava. I think of
Yeah, no,
lava and I think bright red.
I mean, yeah, you nail. I could definitely see why everyone came up to you because yeah, it looks like you have a spotlight on it. Two of them actually. Like,
Yeah,
um,
that's what they kept asking me. I was like, they kept telling me that they went over there like looking for the light source. There is none.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I
And
should paint Sophie, right?
I mean, well, you originally did that with UGIAC, um,
Yeah,
but it ended up being. I mean, there was still some of it there, especially on the dorsals and stuff like that,
yeah,
to get the glow effect. But we did tone it down a little bit to give it more of that Sofubi vibe. But honestly,
yeah,
like I would love to see this style on a translucent figure. I think it would be
yeah.
it could be
It'd be
insane.
sick.
It would be it
Yep.
could, especially because you can add any light source you want behind it to even give it that extra pop. Did this
Mhm.
one take home any awards?
It won second in standalone. Greg won first for his Zilla 98, which was outstanding. And he said it was a happy accident the way it's posed with the DVD, which is awesome. But yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this is a CCP Gamera 99 by Ryo Yama, originally a half bust that was made by Crossworks and partnership with Kaibutsuya, and then he ended up using, CCP made like the entire thing. This thing is huge. It's polystone. It's heavy as hell. David Conroy brought this one home too. This one I went for an alligator snapping turtle, and then also a painted turtle. The painted turtles have the red stripes on them, which I tried doing, but the shell and everything else, I really tried to. I used a ton of pictures of alligator snapping turtles and painted turtles to try and get this one to look as much as it could like a real animal.
Yeah, no, you should put a Raphael bandana,
Bandana,
yeah,
yeah.
bandana on it real quick, and then like that would be the most badass Raphael ever made.
Yeah, yeah, that thing's really cool.
And then I believe this one took. I think this one took all the money, right? Where is it? Boom. This guy.
Yes, yes. This is also Ryo Yama. I have a thing.
Is it? Yeah.
Um,
Is that your favorite sculptor? What can we say that he is your guy?
yeah, no, he's absolutely my favorite sculptor. The Trauma Gamma is my favorite sculpt ever. Period. But this Garamon, I don't know what it is about this diorama. I brought this to Model Mania when I first painted it here in Houston. It's part of IPMS, which is like a national organization for model kits, and it won best diorama there too. I don't know what's going on with this thing because I do not think it's nearly as good as the Trauma Camera. But yeah, this is the Wonder Showcase Garamon with the mushrooms and everything. Um, and I think it's Kyoto that produced it in resin for in the kit version. Those little mushrooms that are sticking out of them, those are all aluminum wire, and they're just shaped like little pods. And the base and everything scratch built, and then lots of oils go into the pigmentation, especially the feet. You can see the red kind of muddy color coming out there. That's all oils getting that blending going. But yeah, this one won best diorama and judge's choice. So I don't
Damn.
know. I don't know. It's the ones you least expect, you know. But I couldn't be more thankful. Again, Judge's Choice should have gone to Greg for the 89 Galrow. But
Did the '89 Garo not win anything?
it won the best bust award, so
Oh,
he
okay.
got like the gold medal there, like
Oh,
that
okay.
one. But he should have gotten a plaque for that, man. I'm just, uh, whatever. Make me a judge. I'll give Greg everything.
What else we? Oh, got this guy as well.
Helmy also took this one home.
Damn.
Yeah, this
Well,
is the
at least
Tanaka.
it's good to know you sold half of your stuff.
I sold more than half. I went up there with I think 13 things, and I came back with 10. So, or no, sorry, I came back with 3. So I sold 10 things there.
Nice.
That's yeah. This is the Tanaka Studio Spiral Guy. Tanaka Studio Godzillasaurus 91 with the little kids ship. Yeah, and that blending, by the way, on those letters is hand painted. I couldn't get the airbrush,
Hmm.
tight enough to do that, and that was a pain in the butt, dude. I had to do so much wet blending for that. But yeah, this is a cool little kit. It's like 20 centimeter scale, so it's not big, but it's really neat.
Thought I had a second picture.
Man, go what you got in the room.
Goji guy.
Go what you,
Let's check out the chat real quick.
Marcellus.
We got Marcellus, Gonzalo, Josh Hoy, Melissa Hoy. We got a lot of
Sandra.
people. A lot of people in the chat right now.
Yeah,
Thank you all
Here,
so much
they
for
bud.
just
tuning
came in. They just came in like we got free chili.
in.
That sounds
But
good right now.
yeah, I know. I'm kind of starving actually. I believe you
Yeah.
had something else. Here we go. Got him. Another Gamera, right? This
Oh,
is also you.
this is the Katora. This is 52 centimeter. Garrett went home with this one. This is a FRP fiberglass plastic kit, fiberglass resin plastic. But this thing here, man, FRP is very, very dangerous to work with. You got to be super careful with the sanding and everything. And I kind of don't ever want to do one of these again because I think the Grand, I don't know which one he was working on, but he actually got hospitalized due to this. I believe it was the Grand. He got
Really?
hospitalized
Oh,
working
What
wow.
happened?
on an FRP kit. He was sanding it down, and the fiberglass particles, they're microscopic, got into his lungs or his eyes. I forget which one, and
Holy
he had to
shit!
go to the hospital. It's very, very dangerous to work on these. You got to look like Breaking Bad when you're doing it. So I don't know if I'll ever do another FRP kit again, but this thing is astronomically rare. You can get one on Buyee for about $5,000 if you want one. They're very rare. There's only like I think there's maybe 5 or 10 of these that were made. I also wasn't able to really show, but I created hinges on the shell plates so that you could actually lift them to a full burner mode. So you can't
Oh,
really
really?
see, and yeah, all the shells are individual, and I created my own hinges with armature wire and UV resin, so you can actually bend them up to make it look like he's coming out of flight. The arm is the only part that's translucent resin, but yeah, the eyes I did enamel and lacquer. Those are hand painted, so they're not decals. Those are completely hand painted.
It's eyes like a doll's
Yep.
eyes. So I do have a question about because I know you only wanted to do about a half hour. And thank you for taking the time, man.
Yeah.
I do so the FRP because I've always been fascinated with fiberglass as being a possible substitute for statues in general. I'm
Hmm.
surprised that they would make that the fiberglass model kit itself would need additional sanding. Like why? Like I'm kind of just surprised that is it just because of like sanding for paint purposes or like it's not good enough out of the box? Cause yeah, like that's a major concern.
Yeah.
And then on top of the sanding, I mean fiberglass also, I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a fiberglass splinter, but it fucking sucks. So I feel like
Yes.
that would also open, sanding it possibly could even open it up to that. So
Yeah.
why is the model kit not clean?
I
I'm
I don't
surprised.
know how. I honestly don't know how they cast it. Um, I'm not sure like how the process goes into them actually making these, right? But you can even see on that second dorsal from the left of his head, you see that line going over the top of that dorsal. That right there is actually like almost like a seam line.
Yep.
And again, I did minimal sanding on this because I did not want to fucking risk it.
Didn't wanna
Pardon my
die.
French.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I did not. Yeah,
Totally
I did
fine.
not want to. I did not want to risk having those particulates in the air even after I took my respirator off. So that right there, that line you see, that's actually a ridge from however they casted this, and you typically would sand that down, and I just didn't. I only did it for like the most egregious ones that are really noticeable, because the torso is FRP, the head the arms and the legs are resin, and then the shell plates are also fiberglass. So yeah, man, there's parts of it where you can still kind of see the bumps and the ridges, and I only did the bare minimum for the most noticeable parts. I'm not sure what the process is for making one of these, to be
Yeah,
honest.
because I remember, I know Sideshow had experimented with it a couple times. I believe they even did a Rancor from Star Wars, and one of the big pluses of having something like that is weight is now you don't have to
Yes,
deal with you know insane shipping or anything like that because these things will be or your shelf collapsing or having a shelf that can hold some of these monster
yes.
pieces. And I remember, I believe it was a Bat Chain Puller, who had gotten it, and I believe he did a review on it on his channel, and like it looked incredible. So I wonder if this just happened to be, some of the model kits are just not produced well enough in that material, or
I'm sure.
because I'm shocked to hear that you would have to sand fiberglass. Because yeah, that sounds horror. Like that just
Hmm.
sounds like you said. Like I didn't
It's
even know that
scary,
about
dude.
John. I'm glad that he was all right. Because yeah, that's for some small background, I actually used to represent a company called Champion Fiberglass, so like I'm very well aware of the the pros and cons of fiberglass material. So like I'm just like blown away that they were like, yeah, you still got to sand it like a regular statue. It's like, what? Like,
You gotta remember that these like smaller companies too, like back then, I mean that kit must be 20 years old. You gotta
oh, okay.
remember, dude,
Oh, so
there a
yeah,
lot of them are doing this like in their backyard or something. So it's like, I don't know.
yeah, that was probably an experimentation then. If it's that old, like
Yeah,
that
well
was
they
that
they
was
did.
definitely like, ah, let's see what this does.
Yeah, Katora and Gaorao both did a lot of FRP kits. But again, it was like 20 years ago that they did that. So
Mm.
they were probably just trying to make it lighter for the bigger pieces because it was always the really large pieces that they would do FRP. I was gonna say too, maybe Sideshow like didn't keep doing it because you do run the risk, man, of if it falls and breaks, you know, like,
Well,
and somebody picks it up, it's like,
that's one of the strange things though. Fiberglass technically shouldn't break. Like, I mean, again, I know
hmm,
there's different types, but for instance, I was dealing with conduit, so like fiberglass that's replacing galvanized steel for bridges and stuff like that. That shit, you can literally I actually went to Texas and saw this in person. You could actually shoot it and it will bend back. It won't break. It will bend back to its original shape. So like, yeah, I think it's probably more of a molding issue where it's hard to get the fiberglass material to stay, or you would have to.
mhm.
I know there is a like phenolic type of fiberglass, but it might just be way too expensive, like stuff that can handle, you know, we're talking extreme heats, so it doesn't burn and give off any toxicity. So like I know there's different stages of fiberglass, but I'm shocked to hear that, yeah, like it could possibly break and shatter, which then yeah, there's no chance of putting a fiberglass statue back together, especially if it's that cheaper brittle kind. Um,
Yep.
but
Those Japanese guys too, the smaller companies like that. I mean, dude, they of course they cut corners, like of course.
oh
So,
yeah, they want to just have some fun.
hmm.
Um, hold on a second. Were there any more, or did I get all of them? Because you were doubting me. Did I miss one?
So yeah, I mean, I don't know if Sam got pictures of all of them. I had a few more, but they aren't as memorable. Like I had the Godzillasaurus 91 by Tanaka G Museum. That one won, I think, third place in diorama. So I won first and third for that. I had the Zeton by Acro, the kit that I painted up. So I don't know. Oh man,
Look at that
look at
guy.
this guy. Look at that. Look at that handsome fellow.
I put your audio on, Greg. You good? Can you hear us? Do you see us? Yes, no, maybe so. Gonna take that as a giant no. We'll let Greg figure it out.
Wait. He waved for a second there at the end.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can you guys?
I heard something. Greg? Hello? Can you see us? Hear us? Yeah, he's
Internet service is all screwed.
we'll come back. I can hear Leslie now. See, this is why we should have used StreamYard. I can hear it now. I can hear him already. I can hear it. Can hear it already. You guys and all your Wi-Fi and all this stuff, you hate to see it.
AJ, did you ever check that Honey Bones 54 for that detail that was sculpted in?
Let me pull it back up and find out.
No, it's the one that you have. The big 54.
That's a 54?
It's supposed to be. You know what I'm talking about, right? The stylized Honey Bones one that you have.
I
one?
just always thought it was like a Millennium. I never even considered it to be a 54.
It's supposed to be a 54.
What's what was I? Unfortunately, mine is kind of like shattered, and then one day, hopefully, you can come over, and I'm literally just gonna give it to you with any pieces that I can find on the floor, so you can have some fun with it.
No. There's the little detail that's sculpted into the nether regions. Remember?
Oh, you're talking about that fucking thing? Oh my god, do I have that? Can you text me that picture? But we I'm gonna bring up this picture since you're talking about nether regions, and I want to get Leslie's take on this because I think he'll have a good take. So I've had some things to say about Omega Beast in the past, but I've actually been with like Leslie, I've actually really wanted to get the Godzilla 1998, but there's a peculiar paint appliation that they chose.
Oh no!
And
oh no! You're not going there, are you?
I'm just curious. What the fuck is this? Does anyone know what this is? Why would this be painted like this? What is?
Why are we even talking about this?
I'm sorry.
What are we doing?
Because this is what the people want. This is what the 24 people that are watching live. This is what they want. Chat. What the fuck is this?
They don't want that shit.
What do we call this? We got a nickname for this?
It's the Badussi.
The Badussi.
Well, the opposite of that is called sunshine. I call this dark.
Oh my god.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it because I don't want that. I don't want that spirit on me. So I'm not looking at it. I ain't doing it.
I took him off. Let's see. Let's see if Greg is back. Hold on.
Jeez.
Greg, can you hear us? See us? Wave.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Do you have any opinions on that on what we just showed? Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Let me put a full screen for you. What do you what do you got? What the fuck is that? Leslie's gonna leave the show right now.
I feel like I need an adult. I need an adult after that. That is just let's just say I would not have picked that.
Look, and I'd also like to point out, iguanas and all lizards, like they have horizontal cloacas, not transverse cloacas like a crocodile. I just, so I don't.
No,
understand
I'm looking at one that I'm looking at the Zilla that I did here, and like it's just no, no, sir, I don't like it. It's
wait a minute.
Odd choice. I think somebody may have some kind of reptilian fetish or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What?
That's all. And that's all.
What do you got in there? Show the people.
That's the X Plus, right?
I mean,
get in there. Did they paint?
it's a camel toe. It's in there.
No.
Yeah, but you know, they
Yeah, I
Why are we
got one
talking about
too.
this? What the hell are we doing? This is
You know,
Yeah, I got that
what the
one.
hell are we doing?
family show. Said who?
AJ. Apparently, one of the Bandais has it.
No way.
They sent it in the Godzillionaires chat.
Oh my!
Leslie,
Yeah.
you got both of them, right?
Man, you gonna cut this up and put it as a short, ain't you?
Oh,
Aren't you?
absolutely. 100%. Why wouldn't I?
Let me see if I can
Jun-
find it. No, send it a messenger.
Junior
Oh, my God.
doesn't have it.
I love how we're going through all of our figures right now. Hey, does mine have a giant penis? Hold on, let me check. No, 67's good. We got nothing.
Look what I
nothing on there.
sent you on Messenger, AJ. I sent you that Atelier G1 kit.
Oh my
All
God.
right, let me see.
Yeah, I see it. You want me to put this on screen too?
Sad. This is
I
damn
don't know.
sure sad.
I don't know. I think it's damn good television. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna get canceled.
It's pretty good.
Canceled by who? Who's canceling us?
It was a good run while we had it.
AJ, look at this Bandai.
Dan
I
Wentz
just
have it.
messaged you.
I'm fine, sweetie. I'm good, thank you. They're just outside the door tomorrow. You okay, sweetie?
But
She came upstairs.
she's like, I can't deal with this shit. I'm not dealing with this.
Give me some Prozac.
That's incredible.
I think we should have a whole show on Godzilla genitalia. What do you think?
I mean,
Yay?
I
Nay?
think that's what we're turning the show into right now. Let's just go for it now.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna break Leslie though.
Oh man, you can't get this stuff anywhere else. You know, this is
Well,
only here on Kaiju
well,
Live.
this
So
look-
definitely make
So
sure
this
you
is what I-
like and subscribe.
well,
This
looks
is
like I
what
got
I
some
come
more people to pray
into?
for when I go to church tomorrow.
Genitalia, huh? I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Charles,
I'm praying for y'all
are
at
you going to
church
be
tomorrow.
hanging out or are you bouncing?
I want to see Greg's stuff again. So
Okay, let me.
I'll chill while we go through Greg's stuff.
Okay. give
Are
me-
we
Hi,
done with the
Charles.
Nether Regions part of the show? Are we done with that part?
Maybe. Hold on.
I sent
Modified.
AJ a bunch of
Modified.
pictures, so I'm trying to see if he's going to share.
Nah,
Hey Leslie, now my wife Justine's sitting outside the door going, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Yes.
Congratulations, AJ! You got our wives outside our doors wondering what the fuck is going on with us tonight.
Is this not why you were here? Are you not entertained?
Where's Kelly at? Kelly, knock on his damn door. Kelly, come on, Kelly.
She's baking cookies, man. Oh no, is it cookies? I'm not sure. Hold on a second. Oh my god.
Oh god,
All right.
can't make this shit up.
No, you cannot. Hold on. I'm setting up something right now.
Do you know who would have the worst though? Seriously, who would have the worst? Is like this dude. Can you imagine that thing? Ew.
Hell yeah.
Ugh. Like a
What?
burnt piece of salami or something coming at you. Ugh.
This is why we're here. All right.
And plus his arms.
I mean,
plus
look
his
at the
arms would not be able
mouth.
to. Never
Come
mind. I'm not doing that.
What? What we talking? All right. Back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's.
Man, get that shit off, AJ. What would you get it off?
All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Greg, do you need me to replace you, or can you fit into that screen there? Can you get centered in your camera, or there you go? I see you. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, there you are.
Melissa said there's no adults in the room. You damn right. There's no adults here.
No, we're all
You
just having
goddamn
fun.
right.
All right, so take us through some of your busts.
See me now?
Yeah, we can see you a little bit.
There's a little like delay. Well, okay. So just bring, I call stooges usually, but last year I did a -1. Actually sold the shin to Adrian, the closed mouth one, the regular Blackheart one. So this year I brought the shin with the open mouth that I just showed. This one I actually had to rebuild the whole inside of the mouth, all of his jowls and tendons and everything. I had to resculpt all of that. It was really, I love painting shin. Shin is one of the ones where I could just do it. I don't know why. I know a lot of people with shin, but I just get them. I don't know why. I can get them. Yeah, he was. And the little one there, it's not little, is the one that's right. I don't know if it's Gauro. I don't know. Whatever. Um, that was actually my holy grail. I've always wanted that kit, and I couldn't find. Well, I could find them and retail. So last year I did that right when I got back from G Fest. I think all of us, I'm pretty sure Charles, you'll do this too. You just kind of take a break, G, and just I mean that's what I do. I take like a month and work on stuff just for myself. Yeah, that's the Galro. It goes on second place, and then for bust, and then the Shin won first place. So yeah,
You are kind of breaking up a lot, so I'm not gonna interrupt you at any point because
I'm pretty sure there because of storm that's here in Rochester in New York. I'm sure it's affecting my internet service because my internet service is like usually stellar. So I apologize. There are massive storms going on right now. We have a tornado watch
oh shit.
in Rochester, New York. So it's a little. So I apologize if this seems a little sketchy and weird, like
Josh-
I'm breaking up. So.
Josh always says we're getting the remix version of you. But I believe this one won. Yeah, take us through. What did this one win?
So yeah, and this first place, I think. Yeah, this one won. So this one was kind of pain because it's verse. By that is, you know, usually when you're doing creatures and monsters, you know, the scales and anything underneath are black. Well, reptiles, if you've ever had a reptile like savannah iguanas, their skin is white, and then the scales on top, like their arm, is dark. That washes him in like a up from there. Repainted him, I think, a day before scales. This was based off of the maquette topless. This it was just weird how it was like hunched over. So I'm like, that's gonna break because it is just print. So it wasn't this movie on Ad Mams.
Greg,
I'm like, oh, that's kind of.
Is there any chance you can try to reconnect?
It worked.
It's you're breaking out way too much.
Yeah. You know what? I could just restart and then.
Yeah, or if you have maybe one of your computers with a
webcam
that's directly connected and not over Wi-Fi, maybe
3 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. Because I want to be able to really let you run on it. But like you said, we're getting the remix version right now.
Cell phone. Sure, it does, right? Yeah. Try that way.
Yeah, because if you're on Wi-Fi, that's definitely probably really hurting you, especially if
This is
the stuff's down right now. All right. Do we want to continue? Let's
Well,
see.
in the meantime, I can tell you what I got
I'm
as far as like my haul.
I did get Adrian's in here actually. We can while
Okay, go for it.
well
I should be here.
wait, I think Greg is back and he looks Adrian, if you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right. As soon as Charles leaves, I'll bring you in. All right. All right, Greg, talk.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hear you great.
All right. So I'm on my cell phone, so
Wait, the cell phone's better than what you were using? Oh my god. Okay.
yeah. Well, I took off the Wi-Fi. I'm using the 5G, so I think that's what's helping us. So anyways,
That's insane.
oh, this is weird. So hey, this is kind of cool. I can actually look and see stuff. Look at wee. There he is.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Oy, oy, oy. So anyways, what did you have on there it is. Oh yeah. So there's Zilla. What were we talking about with Zilla?
I don't know. I have no idea what you were saying before. so
Okay. So I'll just start.
so just start
okay.
over.
I'll just start over from the beginning. So Zilla was kind of hard to paint. I don't know if you heard that part. No. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So
yes.
Zilla, as you can see, and this is kind of cool because I can go right up. As you can see, the way that his scales are and everything, it's kind of reversed how you do like usual monsters. Like usually it's darker and then but reptiles, if you've ever owned a reptile, I had a Savannah monitor, I've had bearded dragons and stuff. Their plates and everything are usually very dark, and then their skin, if you look at their actual skin, is light. It's like almost like a white to yellow skin. So there was a lot of washes that I had to do. I primed them in like a white and white primer, and then I went over with some yellows. And then basically what I was doing is just going over all the scales there and just dry brushing or either going in with a paintbrush to get all those little scales to come out and pop. So it was a challenge. And then for the DVD, everybody loved the DVD for some reason, just because it was a 3D print and it looked like it was going to break the leg because we all know Zilla's real spindly. And I thought, I didn't want to put like an X Plus like stand or anything on it, stupid like that. So I just grabbed the DVD. I think it was Mad Max, one of the Mad Max movies. I don't know. And I put it under because I didn't own this movie and DVD. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. So I ordered the DVD and it came the next day and there you go. It makes a nice little piece there. So it was really cool. It was really neat. Really fun to do. And that won first place. I was actually surprised. So,
And then I want to bring it back to some of these because let you re-talk about this as
Goro!
well.
Now, did you hear me try to, if it's Goro or Gauro, did you hear that part?
Charles,
Probably not. Holy crap. You guys-
Charles, you would know.
It's I typically hear it pronounced Gaurau, but again,
Gauro?
yeah, but who knows?
So did you hear me
Gonzalo
talking
would
about?
know. Sorry, yeah, Gonzalo, if he's in the
Oh, no,
chat,
it's
he
okay.
would probably know.
So what did you guys hear me talk about the busts?
Vaguely. I mean, you were
Okay.
in and out a lot. So yeah, just
Okay. So basically, I bring the Three Stooges. I usually bring, I sold Shin to Adrian last year. So I just bring these just to display, just to have them there. It's nice to fill out the room. And they're, I just like bringing them. They're cool. And they're actually very easy to bring to G-Fest. So that's a 64, obviously legendary, -1, and then the Shin. I usually have the Shin -1, Shin 64 and legendary. But again, Adrian bought it. So I bought another Shin and I had to resculpt the head, where the mouth is, where the tendons are, the back of the head, because it's closed mouth. I mean, that's how George had it, from Blackheart. This is a Blackheart bust, which I highly recommend. If you can find one of these, They're very inexpensive, and what I love about them is it kind of morphs like what we saw on screen concept with the teeth in the head, which is really cool. And I've seen other people do this head, and they don't see those teeth, and they just paint right over them. And it's like, yeah, they're so it's so dope. But then I had to sculpt the inside of the mouth, where the tendons are and everything. So this was kind of a challenge because it's very heavy. So I actually used that epoxy that you get at like plumbers. The plumbers use. It's like a 2-part metal epoxy. I can't remember what it's called, but it's black and gray, and you just mix it. I took like 2 of those just to support the thing on the inside. And this one first place. So, and shin for me is very easy to paint. I know a lot of people have trouble with shin. I don't know why. I can just bang them out.
So the shin
Mhm.
beat the Gowrow? The Gowrow? Row, row, row?
Gowrow, yep.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the Gowrow, that was basically I got that last year from Doc at Galloping Ghost. We went and visited him, and he had it just sitting there. He had the kit just there, and that's a holy grail of mine. I've always loved this kit.
Mhm.
I always loved the fierceness of it, just the presentation of it and everything. So he basically gave it to me at price, at what it was worth. These things on the aftermarket go for insane amount of money, not built and painted. I mean, it's some of them were built and painted, and I wanted to do it myself, obviously. So for this one, what I did was I actually cut this with a hacksaw, the actual face off. I should have got pictures. And the eyes are actually ping pong balls that are quartered. And then with the eyes, I use the old, it's an old effects trick, but Steve Sarangoli does it too, where I took yarn, red yarn, and unspooled it real thin and mixed it in with epoxy and then put it on. So if you look in there, you can see there's like little tiny veins, and they're not painted. They're actually woven into the epoxy. And it also gives it depth. Like there's it's not painted. It's not like 2-dimensional. It's actually 3-dimensional popping out. So he was
Charles, you
cool.
taking notes? Charles, you taking notes on that or?
Oh yeah, big time.
And then I
So in
believe
the
this was
eyes on
Greg's
the
that
master.
one.
I believe this was the showstopper.
Oh, thank. Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody loved this one. I had it on a little turntable there. This is done by, I believe his name is Mike Wallace. The kit is done by
Mhm.
Mike Wallace, an incredible artist. I got this. I've only seen his. I think there was one other person that's done one, and I think Charles, you have it. I think aren't you doing a repair on it or something?
I actually have
Um,
2 now. I have Jack Ferretti's that I'm repairing for him, and then I have my own that, I actually, sold to Garrett, and I'm gonna build it up for Garrett.
oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, So basically, here's it's kind of cool. I can use my cell phone. You can see I added the trees and I added little light poles in there, and I did the paint scheme from my hometown, Rochester, New York, of one of the buildings here. And this is the Griffin, and that's Godzilla, the Stan Winston one. I even put back here, if you can see, I put my own car, our car in there. The little orange
Mm.
speck there is our car.
That's
So it's
adorable.
kind of neat that I yeah. But the most challenging thing, and Charles, when you do one of these things, so my suggestion would be is to when you're doing this, don't paint both of them. Like paint them, obviously. Get to a point where they're about maybe 75% done, and then put it together like this because it's hard to paint this when it's like this, but it's also putting this thing together and making sure it's secure. This has probably got like, I would say 7 bolts in it. Um, 2 on the feet right here supporting it. All the buildings are bolted. This right here alone probably has about 3 or 4 bolts, and I hit a lot of the bolts with the um, the damage from the buildings in there. So a lot, like right behind that
Mm.
piece right there, there's a bolt. Um, it's challenging, man. It is a challenging one. Just that alone, because it wants to go this way constantly. So, but I love this piece. I know Helmy wanted to buy it from me, and I'm like, no way. No. There's no way. I would love it to be in his collection. But he lives in Australia, man. I would love to see it in his collection, but I mean, look at this thing. First of all, it's very big, and its wings would just break. They would. So
It
this was a
just
challenge for Brindella.
the instructions are just the rod, right? It recommends the one rod. I'm trying to remember the one rod going through all
Yeah,
three, building the Godzilla and the
yeah,
Griffin.
yes. And what I did was I did that, what he sent, which is a good idea. But what I also did is on the back here, there's one going in. So there is in his tail right there. If you can see that, let me zoom out. There's also a bolt going into his tail, into the Griffin's tail, into the building. So it's smashing into the building, and then it's also going. There's a big bolt going right into that thing. So I would recommend doing that too, Charles, because it wants to like teeter totter on his tail because he's sitting on his tail. He's got a hold of his tail, and then that's resting against his tail. That's great, but it wants to go this way, even with his hand. And I could just see this thing breaking. So that's why I bolted it on there too, even though it's there. And I could also see it like moving and scraping the paint. So I don't. It's not moving the way I did it. So that's just what I suggest. But yeah, it was so fun. It was just beyond that. It was really cool to build and paint this guy. Really fun. Sorry, I'm blabbering. Sorry.
No. No. This one
Yes.
I love, man. This thing came out amazing as well.
So yeah, these were all commissions. These were all Garrett's, and well, this one was there. I did 4 for Garrett this year. I've never done a Mega Garrus. Yeah, Baragon. Now I like this kit a lot, and I think me and Garrett were talking about this. How do you pose? Oh, we'll go back to this. Okay, this
My
one
bad. My bad.
is so fun. No, it's cool. This Mega Garrus one, I really wanted to keep this. Um, I really wanted to keep this one, but um, it's awesome. It's a really great piece. The um, the flashing on it and everything, the seams were really good on it. It went together nice and easy. The challenging thing about this one is you got to put a metal rod through it that's going into Godzilla, or that will snap. So I pulled into Mega Garrus's stinger, and then it goes into Godzilla almost all the way to the back, but it's probably got about a good quarter of an inch to about a quarter of an inch. So just to make sure, and then I backed it with 5-minute epoxy just to make sure it doesn't move. It's a great piece. So it's the colors that I used too. I put a little bit of metallic flake in it. His eyes. Actually, Garrett said, "Why don't you?" His only suggestion was on it for this one was, "Why don't we try to do like a little metallic finish on his eyes?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's try it." So I just dry brushed a little, and it just pops. The eyes now just pop on it. The one thing I will say though is if you get this kit, I didn't even notice this at first. I think out of the mold, Garrett even noticed it when I sent pictures. The teeth may look, they're, I think out of the mold, it didn't go down to the points. So I had to like sand them and make them a little bit more sharp, make them sharper. So good call on good eyes. I'm 51, so my eyes are shot. So,
Do you have another?
but I love that. And me and Leslie do that too all the time. Like we'll go back and forth. What do you like? What do you want? It's your piece. I'm doing it for you. Speak up if you want something a little different, if you want something a little redder, if you want this. It's your piece. I just want them to be happy. And then this guy was cool. The only thing is about this kit is I think it's great. It's a great kit. And again, me and Garrett talked about this. How do you pose them? Because if you go too far to the left or the right, you can't see GMK really. You can't see Baragon, but this would be a good piece to have on a little one of those things that I had for Stan Winston's where it's spinning around. I really think Garrett, if you're listening to this, should buy one of those that I used, the little dolly thing, the Lazy Susan electric one, and put that on there because I think that would be really cool to do.
What's the next one you want me to bring up? I keep flip flopping on you. I don't want to keep doing that.
And this one too. Oh man, this one. There's another one. I think this was the first one I did for Garrett. Man, I was like, really want this. I really want this. It's such a great pose. That's such a classic pose for both of them. It's like it came that sculpt. It came right out of the movie. Um, and I really wanted to paint 64 a little different, a little darker, so he pops out more. Like so, the contrast between him and Rodan, and kind of to cast a little bit more of a shadow on him, to make him look just a little bit darker, like he's been fighting, and the suit's taking a lot of crap. But yeah, this one was again, the kits. And I added the little greenery there and everything to it just to make it pop. All the ones that Garrett gave me, I want, but they're gone. They're all gone.
Let's see what else. Here's another one. Yeah.
Another one for yeah. This one was for now. With this one, what is this one? This was the yak. I can't pronounce it. Charles probably knows
Yamakawa.
more than me.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yamakawa.
Um, I did a smaller version of this. Actually, it's right there. I did that one. So kind of took the same thing there. Now this didn't come. That one that you're looking at right here didn't come with the webbing. So I just made same thing how I made the other one. It's just cotton balls. That's all I did was take cotton balls and took armature wire, wrapped it around it, and then just kind of moved it around and moved it all over his shoulder. This again, where the larva mothra on the back, the tail, that's just you can actually take that off. It's got a little steel like piping going in, so you can put it right into the tail and move it off. So if you're moving it around or shipping it or whatever, it moves around. The only thing is about this one, the face. I like it. He's a little goofballs on this, and 64 is a little goof. Ah, yeah.
I had to sneak it in there,
Oh,
nothing safe.
great. Oh, God, my eyes. I need some coffee after that. Hold on. Whew. Hold on a second. Mm. Mm. Okay. Let me get back to so his head is a little goofy, but I kind of like he's a little bit more fierce. But I think the eyes are a little big on this one, so I had to I repainted him because when I first did him, and I was sending progress pics to Garrett, he's like, "Can you make him a little bit more not as cockeyed?" So they're a little bit more centered now, and I think he looks better now.
Mm-hmm.
Love this one.
Josh Hoyes. Oh man, yeah. This was one of the. So this was done like 9 months ago. He sent me this right after I took home Baby Godzilla for Melissa, his wife, and then he shipped me this shortly afterwards. And I opened it up and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is awesome. I would own one of these things in a second. The only thing is, it is so heavy. These T-Factos are just so freaking heavy. I know Doc likes them and Marcellus likes heavy models. I particularly don't. I like mine kind of, I don't know, a little bit lighter. But this was really fun to paint. This was one of the first times that I was using fluorescence and pearls. Because this is kind of a concept of Space Godzilla, I actually kind of wish he looked like that. He's kind of freaking, to me, more sinister looking here. I remember me and Josh just talking. He just said, "Do your thing and make him evil." So, kind of gave him more bloodshot eyes, um, real red around the inside of his eyes, and just wanted to make him look fierce. So everything around his crystals, it's a very stark red, and then pearlized, so it just glows. That piece really does just glow. I was really happy the way that turned out. And Baby Godzilla. Now, Baby Godzilla, that kit is a T. It's not T Facto. It's something else. It's T something. I think it's. Anyways, I don't know. He only had 2 teeth, so he looked like a freaking goober. So I'm like, no, I'm not. No. So I took little. I actually have them still here. I took what do you call it? Toothpicks, and just cut the ends off and made little teeth for him. Dipped them in resin,
Oh,
and then just made little teeth for him. And he looks so much better with those teeth. And the eyes on him came out, I think, awesome. They just shine. They're those big freaking like anime eyes. That one I love to do. That was fun.
What else we got? I think I got everything from Garrett. Obviously, but what this took? Did this take first in something? It had to have, right? Am I insane?
No, that took third.
What?
That took third. Yeah, that took third. Now here's the thing.
This took though. Correct.
That took first, and then Charles took second with his 89. I don't know why I was thinking that was an 80. I don't know why I thought that was an 85, man. I looked at thing over and over again, and I thought it was an 85, but that is freaking gorgeous. I remember when I first walked in, I think everybody would say this, and I wasn't here before, but I don't know if you guys said this. Everybody was looking for the light on that.
Yeah,
Charles, you knocked that out of the park, man. That was so good. So yeah, that was first place. Charles was second place with his, and then third place was the Griffin and Godzilla, the concept piece.
And then I know he's in the background here, your Shimu, on this giant diorama.
Yeah, he's in the other room. Yeah, that was so me and Marcellus, we oh God. Well, you're having Marcellus on next, right?
No, he can't make it.
Oh, it sucks. So did you guys talk about the whole thing? What happened with Marcellus's King Ghidorah?
No, we were
Oh.
saving it for you. But I'm
Okay,
actually I'm going to step out. I'm going to still be here doing the show, but Adrian has been backstage for a while, and I want to bring him on screen.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take me off, AJ. I'll keep watching from YouTube. I got to go make dinner.
Oh, okay. Well, then that works out perfectly.
Yep.
Hey, Charles.
Bye, Charles.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's awesome
man.
to get compliments from Sensei Greg Betters, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congrats on the wins, dude.
Charles, you're amazing.
No, you. All right.
You stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. All right, bye, guys.
Take it easy, man.
see, man.
Adrian.
Hey, there he is.
What's up,
Hi.
man?
So
Thank you for staying
chilling.
backstage. I'm sorry.
By the way, you're welcome for that 98 picture. I screenshotted that perfectly when Sam Brown was opening up that 98 from Easy Hobby, so you're welcome for that. Hopefully
Thank you.
it gives you guys nightmares.
What, this?
Yes, that. I zoomed in, I AI enhanced it and everything.
Yes.
That's
awful.
Yeah, it's poor choice. But
because I want Adrian to talk about his things too, so I'll make this quick. So basically, Leslie, how many times did he drop that thing?
twice.
Was it 4?
Marcellus told me that after he got it printed and sent to his house, he was putting it together, and he had the front part of the body put together, and he went to go do something with his wife, and he came back, and it completely fell off and shattered. So the guy ended up reprinting it for him and sending it to him, and then obviously the G-Fest escapade happened with it. Little people's elbow.
Shit.
Yeah, he apparently Marcellus. Sorry to take this over, Greg, but apparently Marcellus slipped outside when he was carrying the Ghidorah, and somehow his elbow went into the left wing or whatever way you're looking at it. Yeah, and
Left wing, yeah.
Greg and I think Brinley, they pulled an all-nighter.
Oh yeah, we were up all night. We had to resculpt that wing. It was shattered. I have pictures you wouldn't believe it. It was shattered.
I did.
So we were up all night.
I did see the
And
picture of
his
you guys
wife-
with the paint on your hands, but that was it.
Yeah. His wife, Marcellus's wife and sister, basically added on that night the thing for Shimo to go on. So we did a collaboration literally right there. That night we built all of that like for Shimo in there. So this was this giant, I think he called it Fantasy Wars, I believe it
Yeah.
was called. And it was just amazing. The thing was
Oh,
just
Yeah, it looks like that's
awesome.
what, 3 tables? Close to
Yeah,
3
yeah.
tables?
Yeah. Yeah,
And it
Marcellus,
was
when he
good.
came in on Thursday, he was kind of freaking out a little bit because he's like, I need room. And we're like, what's going on? Because Charles' kids like took up all the space in the back. And Marcellus is like, I gotta have space. And then we're like, take this whole section right here, you know? But it did fine
Yeah,
because he needed power. He
yeah.
needed power for the light up stuff. So, but it
Yeah.
all worked out.
And you know
yeah. It
what?
was awesome.
I want to say this on behalf of Marcellus because again, he couldn't make it due to the air quality where he lives, and he was having some issues. That's why he couldn't make it tonight. But he's in the chat right now, and it's no secret that I'm very close with the dude. We all know what happened to him earlier this year, and so he was really he wanted to come to G-Fest, obviously, but he was still kind of hesitant to be around people. Um, but but even during the process of him, getting this stuff together so he can make this diorama, I didn't notice at the time because he and I would talk on a regular basis. And there are times we would go dark and not speak for a while. Either I'm busy or he got his thing going on. But there was a period where he actually considered giving up doing this. Um, and I spoke to him. He talked to some other people, and he found it within him to bounce back. And the fact that he still came back to G Fest and still owned the room in a sense, based on what happened to him 2 or 3 months prior, that shows courage, that shows strength, that shows just an unbreakable spirit. And of course, the community has rallied behind him, supported him, but even he has self doubt. But it's nice to know that he found the strength to overcome all that and still come to G Fest along with his beautiful wife and his sister, have a beautiful smile on their faces. So I just want to say that on his behalf that Marcellus, you know I don't know how you did it, but damn it, you did it. And that's something that a
Yeah.
lot of people really, really couldn't say in the same situation. So hats off to you. That's all I want to say about that.
Well said.
Well said, dude. As always,
Yeah.
Leslie just I don't know. I don't know how you do it, man. I can't. I suck at being emotional in any kind of. I can talk shit and make jokes all day long, but when it comes to getting emotional and stuff like that, it takes me a while to get that shit out. And that Leslie's always just like, bam, boom, done. Oh, and Marcelo says he's in the chat right now, so he's about to tear up.
Well, he's like Ric
Yeah.
Flair. He cries at
I thought
he,
that's
he
the
cries at
tear.
coupons.
Yeah.
He cries at
So
coupons at the grocery store. So.
me and Marcellus basically spent the whole weekend together. That is my brother. He is my brother. I don't care what anybody says, and he knows he's probably laughing right now. He is my brother, and that's why we stayed up all night. I wanted to make sure that he had a great show. I wanted people to see that King Ghidorah. And what I have to say is this. When we got done sculpting that, he came in that next morning. The paint job he did on that thing to mask it, I mean, I was so tired at one point. Like I started doing okay on one part, and then towards the end, I was like, ugh. So me and John started just sanding it, and he came in, bam. I mean, he's such a talent. He's such an amazing guy and an amazing friend. And we all know what he went through. And when that thing fell, and he said he broke it. I don't care if I didn't get any sleep. We were going to fix that thing for him.
How
Come
late were
hell
you
or high
guys
water,
up till in the
we were
morning,
going to do it.
Greg?
I don't even remember, man. I didn't even sleep. By the time I got up into the room, I was so ready for the next, and we had to be down there. I, I don't know. I honestly don't know. We were so tired, and then the next day we were just because G Fest, you got your adrenaline going and everything, and then you're fine. I just remember I think I went to bed that night at like 9 or 8 just to get sleep that night. But yeah, I just want to say this community is amazing. Like what kind of say what Leslie said there. Just the love for him and for Marcellus and what he's, he inspired me to bring my stuff. I don't know if people know that or not. He inspired me. I met him in 2022, I think, when he first brought his stuff, and I loved his stuff. And I showed him my stuff. He goes, dude, you should bring it. And him and John, they were like, just bring your stuff. And it's been a friendship ever since. And I'd do anything for him,
G-Fest, man.
Yeah,
There are so many, so many friendships pretty much start, It's
Yeah.
awesome that we have all these new conventions, but, so many of honestly, most of us here would never have met if it wasn't for G-Fest. I know I wouldn't have met Leslie. It's any of you guys, and then through Leslie and all that stuff, and then we got the Gazillionaires, showing up and all that stuff, and it's like that's all because of G-Fest. G-Fest is just the best. It really so many friendships over the last 20 years, probably. I mean, because at one point it was the only convention to go to. Now that we got more, which is great. But it's awesome to see what G-Fest can bring.
Yeah.
Before we move on, because I know I want to showcase Adrian's stuff, because Adrian also entered the model kit. Was there anything more, Greg, before we, or did we cover it all?
I think you guys covered it all, man. Yeah.
All right.
I'm anxious to see Adrian's presentation here too.
All right, Adrian.
Hey,
Here we go, baby.
My little presentation.
Boom.
Boom. That's pretty much the show right there.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's print. Yeah, we won't talk about the other one. I actually repainted that one. I spray painted it purple and just got dry brushing it today. But no, this one, yeah, I got it right back here with a beautiful little bronze medal because Greg completely blew me out of the water. It's okay. I still have that right there. I still have that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
How's
the
my
one you
boy
bought?
doing?
Nice.
He's fine. He's holding all my G-Fest necklaces or lanyards.
No, my boy.
Yeah, he's safe. I'm not selling him ever. But yeah, so this Shin Awakening, like I didn't even think about entering into the model, because like I said, last year I ended up buying that from Greg. The year before that, I ended up buying a kit from Marcellus. So it's like every time I went in the model kit room, I was screwed. I was like, just take my money here, just go. But this year, I started 3D printing back in January, and I really just started going for it. I never thought I was going to start painting until, I don't know, a couple months ago. And I've actually been doing commissions and stuff and starting up my own 3D printing business. So I do like custom commissions. So far, I've done a 60 centimeter tall Destroya and sent that off to the customer. Here in the back, you can see a bunch of 3D printed stuff for a 60 centimeter tall, 100 centimeter long Batra larva. So, let's see. Like, this is the head.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's just the head.
Dude,
Like, this is all.
It's going to be the size of a fucking
is
car.
all that. Like, yeah, see, this is like the tail part. I mean, yeah, it's.
He's making
I'm
a
still
monster.
printing.
Dude, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, I mean, I still got my Dremel rotary tool broke today, so I just had to buy a new one. So, but yeah, and then yeah, the guy that I'm doing those for has a lot of commissions. He wants me to do a Space Godzilla, a Gorosaurus, but of course, he's having a lot of other people paint too. So I'm not just doing all the painting. So,
and they're all going to be in that kind of scale. They're all going to be.
That's what the guy wanted.
What scale is that?
He said he wants everything 60 centimeter tall. So when he said he wanted a 60 centimeter tall Batra larva, I said, dude, you know how long that's going to be, right? He's like, I don't care. And I ended up chatting him yesterday, and I said, dude, look at this. It's like, so we were trying to figure out how I'm going to ship that because the Destroya cost him $275 to ship just because the size of the box. And that was put together. I mean, the thing only weighed 30 pounds, but I was talking to him about this Batra, and I was like, I'm going to send it in pieces, as much as I can, and then you can glue the rest. And he's like, that's fine. I was like, whatever we can do to cut the shipping cost down, because I'm like, that was insane. But yeah, so I've been really going at it with these commissions, and it's obviously allowing me to get better at painting. And obviously, I talked to Marcellus and Greg and Charles and everybody else in the Godzillionaires chat that paints and stuff. And yeah, so the Shin Awakening, that actually, I printed that in 8 pieces. And the last piece that I got done was last Monday before G-Fest. It was around lunchtime, and I came home from work and immediately glued it. So Tuesday and Wednesday was like go, go, go. I didn't even go to the gym. I was like, I came home from work and just started working on it. I was like, I got to bring this to G-Fest. I was like, I can't just, you know, I was like, I got to bring this no matter what. And I didn't tell any of my buddies that I finished it, so it was kind of a surprise for them. And yeah, so I mean, it's not perfect, but I like it, and I knew I was gonna keep it in my collection to pair with the Blackheart that Greg did. I did talk to the guy that owns Blackheart, or will be, retiring, and I was like, "Are you gonna make a Awakening?" And he's like, "No." So that kind of sucked. I was like, "Man, I really wanted one," but but yeah, I mean, it looks great. I mean, my wife even was like, "You did such a good job." And now, mind you, the file was what was really detailed. But in those 2 days of me painting, I busted my ass on that. Like with the texturing, I mean, the painting and everything, just to try and get it right. The teeth, you know, were okay. I mean, I talked to Greg about how to paint teeth, and me and Greg are about the only people that like Shin in this world, I guess. So that's okay. Uh, but like he gave me some advice, and I'm gonna use that for future next year for G Fest. I wasn't gonna come to G Fest next year, but after winning bronze for that, I was just like, I need to bring my A game next year so I can beat Marcellus and Greg,
Let's go.
hopefully.
Hell yeah, there
Let's
we go.
go.
So I
Yeah.
got a whole year, but I'm already planning on doing a diorama, 3 busts. So get ready there, Greg. And
Oh
I
shit.
am going to be doing a King Ghidorah. Not going to be as big as Marcellus is because that's going to cost too much. So mine's going to be probably about 50 centimeters, but it's not going to be a normal paint job either. So, but yeah, I'm going to be busy printing those and getting those done, and then as I'm doing commissions for other people, I'll paint those as well. Get on the ball going for next year, so I'm not like rushing to get it done. But yeah, I never thought I would enter into it. I mean, I was kind of scared, to be honest. And it was funny because Sunday, I got up and I was like, well, I got to go down to the model room and grab my crap and pack up and leave. As I get down the escalator on the floor, Greg and Marcellus are walking. They're like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, going to the model room. They're like, nah, dude, you got to go to the awards ceremony. You're in it. I was like, oh, I had no idea. I was like, okay. So I went up with them, and I'm just like, okay. But, it was definitely an experience for sure. Um, I know like people like Doc Mack and stuff, they're big into 3D printing and stuff. And unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Doc's this year because Greg and Marcellus were there, and I was like 5 minutes too late. I went to Galloping Ghost, and I messaged Marcellus while I was there, and he's like, I just left. I was like, no. I was like, man. He's like, next year. He's like, you got to message me next year. He goes, I'll let you know when me and Greg are going. I'm like, okay. I wanted to see Doc's whole setup and talk to him about 3D printing and try and steal that -1. I saw your wife trying to steal that one, Leslie. That wasn't gonna work.
We can
She
still
was
make it
trying.
happen. We can still make it happen.
Oh god.
That thing
Yeah.
is huge.
Get the
Yeah.
flatbed, baby.
But
Damn
yeah.
it, AJ.
Give me
Shut
the
up.
give me the Italian job. We could do this.
Yeah, I don't think Doc gonna allow that one. love to see you try and take that big
Yeah.
thing. Ooh. But no, it was definitely fun. I mean, obviously, it's my first year and I'm still learning, so obviously, I knew I didn't have a shot against people like Charles and Greg and Marcellus and stuff, but at least I got a medal. I mean, it's legit. I got a bronze.
Yeah, man.
So
Absolutely.
the only thing I can hope for is a silver or maybe gold next year. We'll see.
So you just started
Gotta start somewhere.
this was basically one of your first busts that you've ever painted though?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so if that's you starting out, I mean, goddamn, dude. That came out great.
I mean, I'm not freaking Bob Ross here. It's just, I mean, luckily I have a lot of Shin in my collection that I have something to look at to go off of, like the Defo reel. Like I was looking and like inside the mouth is like silver and stuff. And I was talking to Greg. I was like, it's got that shininess in there. So like, I just bought a whole bunch of paint and was just like kind of messing with it a little bit. And
No, man, it came out
but
great.
no, like, oh yeah,
I would love it for you to get gold, man. I would love it. See, that's the thing, man. Like with you and Josh, Josh Hoyt did that. You did this amazing bus here. Josh did the Burning Godzilla and his other ones. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, and
Absolutely.
I want to see you guys. I mean, I like that more people are getting into this because it helps.
Right.
It inspires everybody and it helps the model room. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw. I mean, Adrian can attest to this. It's never been like there's never been lines into the model room before, except a
No.
few years ago. It was
Right.
insane. It went all the way down the hall.
Yeah, this year was nuts. I don't know what the attendance was, but I just know this year definitely smashed records as far. I mean, there was a line for everything. Like
Yeah.
like the line for the costume parade was just insane. I mean, it's just like everywhere you went in the Hyatt, the lines were just insane. I mean, the dealer's room, I mean, that's always long, but even like Saturday and Sunday morning, it was all the way back to where the original dealers were. And like I was like, holy crap. I know
Wasn't
they
there,
said
like,
Saturday they
9,000
sold out
people?
day pass. Saturday they sold out all day pass.
Yeah.
So I would love to see the numbers
Yeah, I
of how
thought it was
many
like
people were in
9,000 people in attendance. If
There was 10,000? Yeah, I could believe it.
no, I think it was 9, but 10
Oh,
is
9?
still, it doesn't matter. 10,000 people, that's freaking insane. This is
Well, I think it was 9,000 on Friday. I heard from somebody who heard it from somebody that they said Friday night there was 9,000 people there. So if you want to count in the new people that showed up Saturday and Sunday, I think they need to find a new spot. I don't think the
That's what a
Hyatt's
lot of
big
people
enough.
are saying. I've seen a lot of people say that.
They can't
There's been
handle
other
it.
people. They've been saying a lot of other channels too. They do their G Fest. What their experience is G Fest, and they are all like, this might have to go to the convention. I think there's a convention center literally right across the street or right next to it. They might
Yeah,
have
there
to
is.
go in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The one thing
I
I
don't
was
think
worried
they're
about was if like there's a fire or something, or if something goes on, you're trampled. There's nothing. I mean,
just hold
Oh,
your
look at
kaiju that you got and just kiss your ass goodbye.
yeah.
which is
Well, that
crazy because
Gaura was coming out with me.
they just started there too. Like, this is what, the second or third year at the Hyatt?
No, this is.
Uh,
I mean, this is my third time being there, and they've been at the Hyatt, so I don't know when they started at the Hyatt, but
They
It
started in
started in,
two. I
in
went to, I've been
2022.
going it. Yeah,
Before
me
then.
and Leslie have been
2022.
going to it ever since. Yeah, because
4
we
years.
went
yeah,
right
well, they
after
might
the.
want to.
Yeah,
They
Pandemic.
might want to rent out that convention center across the street. 'Cause I don't think people are going to care if they got to go across the street. I mean, even if you put like the dealer's room and the major stuff that happens over there, I mean, you can still do stuff in the Hyatt. You're just going to have to relocate the major stuff. The dealer's room. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. The dealer's room.
yeah.
I mean, if they
Is
could
it
expand the dealer's room, people could actually walk around. Like,
The dealer's room's still that crowded, huh? Where it's just like tough to navigate.
Yeah, and I mean the design. I mean, not to say anything's bad with the design, but this year was really kind of bad. I mean, in the back, like I forget which booths they were, but like in the back, you could only get over that way, and like everybody was stuck right at that last booth in the back, and you couldn't move. Like you couldn't bump it. You could not bump into people, and it just no. I avoided I avoided the dealer's room as much as I could. I mean, I stood in line with all my guys on Friday morning, super early, but
Yeah.
I did good.
The
I
best
just
way to
bought one thing.
describe it is if you've ever been to a concert when it lets out, and that moment where everybody's like cattle. That's how the dealer's room was constantly, constantly.
Yeah, it was,
So, ugh.
and like I said, even the line for the dealer's room, like every day. I mean, people were like, "Oh, Sunday's gonna be fine," that no one's, everyone's right. But no, Sunday morning I got up and the
Yep.
dealer's room was all the way
Yep.
back, and I was
Really?
like, "Nope." I was like, "I'm glad I don't need anything else."
That
I've
one
never.
right there, not to cut you off, Adrian. That
You're good.
one right there, that was really cool. That guy brought in. It was basically a diorama of the video game. So he had all these little pieces for the video game. It was
Where'd it
so
go?
cool to watch him set it up, and he 3D printed all of those little
Really?
Yeah,
pieces and everything.
yeah, you got to
It was
go back,
awesome.
AJ. I don't see it.
I don't know if I can actually go back.
It was a big piece, but yeah, I recognized a lot of the figures on that board just because I've I've seen a lot of those prints. But yeah, the thing is, I
Yeah, it's
mean, the
really
guy,
cool.
yeah, he printed such small pieces, and I was like,
Right there, yeah.
dude, like you painted that stuff, which is very meticulous and very time consuming. I mean,
That is cool.
like I said, even
It's
though it's
straight
3D
out of the
printing, I
game.
mean, whew. Yeah, all the buildings. There's a Statue of Liberty in there. I mean, yeah. I still don't know how you play the game, but it looked really cool. So
Neither do I.
That's awesome, though.
he said it was something like Warhammer or something. I don't know. But
I
yeah, I
have
hope
no
next
idea.
year the model room is just filled to the freaking brim. I hope we got so many kits and entries that they got to expand in the next room. We don't
So
need a models
what
cookie
we
class. Blow that wall
what
out. We
we
need all that room we can get.
what we need for next year is for more people to bring more busts and to bring more scratch builds. Way more scratch build stuff. And I've got a scratch build that I'm planning already now for next year.
Huh.
I'm not gonna say what it
Yeah,
is,
don't say it.
Wow, come on. Unbelievable.
but
He's gonna
Yeah,
leave.
it's
Talk about
you gotta
blue
wait a
balls.
whole
It's like
year, okay?
a whole year of blue balls.
it's
That's
gonna
unbelievable.
be I think
Yeah, AJ, you
I
actually
might have
come
told
to
Leslie.
GFest. You can't just do an interview.
I,
You have to physically come to GFest to see all of Greg's
I
work.
I might have told Leslie and Marcellus, and that's about it. What I'm planning on
Yeah.
doing, but I can
I
guarantee
I
you,
know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
it's
Oh,
never
okay.
been done
It's-
before.
it's-
Well, like the Stan Winston, I said, I was teasing it, said it's never been brought. I don't think it's ever been brought before to G Fest. This has never been seen at G Fest, and it's going to be big, and it's going to be just absolutely. Let me just say, evil,
Mm.
pure
So you're doing
evil.
a scratch build. It's gonna be big as far as like size big.
Yes,
Evil
Are we
UGF,
talking
baby.
like
That's what I'm
are we
talking
talking
about.
like Marcellus's Ghidorah size or bigger?
maybe not that big, but close. If you know what I'm doing, you would understand why,
You said evil.
and that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
Yeah, I
Is
know
it
what you're doing.
something I would buy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Okay.
Are you about to make like a 6 foot tall shin? Because if you are, I'm not coming to GFest.
It's gonna be the fucking humanoid, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe no,
Yeah.
no.
Ooh. But you're doing
You'll see.
scratch. Huh. Can't
Well,
wait to see it.
I think
Huh.
Josh nailed it. Life size Godzilla 1998
Yeah.
cloaca. Absolutely.
98. That is pretty scary. That is very evil.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And you know what? I wanted to give a huge shout out to Josh because this was his
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
doing showing case stuff in the model room this year. And like what Greg just said, it seems like more people are starting to get into this now and showing off their work at G Fest. And he has his own brand now, Rick Hoy exclusives. So if you got a model kit or something that you want to send his way, help him build and paint for you, because he did have some great work at G Fest. Send him
Mm-hmm.
the kit, and he'll definitely hook you up.
100% right
Man,
here.
so
I got it
Yeah,
too.
me and Josh been chatting, especially because he does 3D printing too, and yeah, he was telling me he's like, yeah, I'm starting this up. I'm like, go for it, man. Got to be an entrepreneur, you know.
make that
My
money.
thing is like, I love to share the wealth, so to speak. So like, I mean, 3D printing's 3D printing, but if somebody else wants to paint or that's my whole thing. That's why I do custom commissions. I don't make stuff and then try and sell it. I ask people what they want. And I've had people ask me for obviously simple stuff, little parts. That one girl, Muling T, she's the one that had the 98 suit. I've
Hmm.
made cosplay stuff for her just because to a lot of these cosplays and conventions and
That
yeah, she hit
98
me up and was
is
like, "Can you
crazy.
make some props and stuff?" I was like, "Yeah, sure," and um I've done, I mean, simple stuff, and I've done not so simple stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty much open to anything as long as I can print it. That's why my whole brand is everyone prints, but not everything is printable. That's the big thing. Not everything is printable. Okay? Can't print everything.
so
Like Garrett,
so everyone can
Garrett.
print, but just can't print everything. Is that?
That's right. Yeah. Like Garrett Jensen, I did lanyards this year for everybody. So I asked everybody in the Godzillionaires, I was like, hey, what is everyone's favorite kaiju? So like everyone gave me pretty easy ones. Garrett goes, I want Iris. I said, I can't print Iris. He's like, why? I'm like, I tried. It broke in a million pieces. I'm like, it's Iris. I can't print that. Like, I was like, pick something else, please. So but yeah, I'm glad that people like myself and Josh and anybody else that decides that they want to get inspired to enter something into the model kit room. It was funny because my kid, I ended up printing a little Shin, and he didn't realize there was youth, uh, entries and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, Dad, I should have entered mine." I said, "Well, you would have had to paint it." Because I can't just enter a 3D print. I said, no. I said, you got to put some work into it. I said, 3D printing is just a tool. You have to actually do something to it. You got to paint it, do different stuff to it. He's like,
Just
oh,
sand it.
never mind.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I was like,
What
come
did
on.
what did Marcellus get there? What kid is that?
That's a Gomez. That's a Kaiju Freeze Gomez
Nice.
because
Oh,
he won the
there's
People's
the
Choice
Muling
Award.
T 98 costume right there.
Yeah, he won the People's Choice Award. It's like his fifth time winning it. So he got a Kaiju Freak Gomez kit as like a prize
Yeah,
for it.
Greg got some
So
octopus thing that he had no idea what it was. He's like, he gets his prize. He goes, "What's this?" And I was like, "I know what that is." And Marcellus is like, he's like, "You're gonna love it." And I looked it up, made sure. I was like, "Yeah, it's that."
Was that
Yeah, I
Odaku or
saw it, and
whatever?
I'm like, okay, that'll be cool. That'll be awesome, dude. I've
It's
seen it.
it's that squid kaiju. I can't remember the name of it.
Udaku? Is that the name of it?
I think
Or am I saying?
I
so.
think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
yeah, it's the squid kaiju. Yeah,
But
dude,
shout
I'm
out.
surprised that Griffin didn't win first place.
I was also like
I voted for that too.
I
I
thought
was
that
like,
took
I told
first.
everybody, I'm like, I'm voting for that Griffin. I was like, that is a one of a kind.
Oh,
I was
Goji
like, that is
Franklin
the
doing his
movie
thing.
that never happened.
I know
Everybody
it's
loved this. They loved him.
yeah. Well, I know
I mean, they just
98 coming
I know
back,
why they
baby.
liked him. You gonna show it, AJ? I know why they liked that 98.
Yeah, hold on, let
I'll
me.
tell you why they liked it.
Yeah,
oh God. Here,
hold on.
All
I'm
seeing
covering my
eye.
eyes.
I got it. Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah. But this right here was like
That's that
Mm.
right
no,
there.
oh God, Anyways, moving on. Like, but this right here, this was like the last night at G Fest. It was on a Sunday, where a lot of the younger kids, like Goji Franklin, where they're adults now. Goji Franklin and Terrence, and basically a lot of the kids that when I first went to G Fest like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, these young folks were like little kids just running around, and I see them mature into young adults, and now they're adults now, and they just wanted to have a big, gigantic hall where they all come together and showcase what they bought. And I felt like a proud uncle because again, I know a lot of these kids, and you never heard stories about them being rowdy or them tearing up hotel rooms or anything like that. They have always been respectful and mild mannered. Every time we see them, at least when I see them, they show love, they show support. They've always been just great, 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 great kids, and to see them, becoming adults and they still are with the Godzilla thing. It's like our fandom's is in good shape because at some point, me, AJ, Greg, and Adrian, and everybody that's around our age, we're gonna move on. Like we're not gonna do this forever.
I ain't
So it's
dead
nice
yet.
to know that our fandom is in good hands because those kids,
I don't know,
yeah,
man. I'm
there's.
taking this shit to the grave.
Yeah,
I will take
I'm be
Shin
you.
Godzilla to the freaking grave.
I want to be that like YouTube grandpa that's just like I can still do it. Damn it. Uh, back
I'm
in
gonna
my
make
day,
this Ski Fest this year.
yeah, back yeah,
With
back in my
wheelchair to
day, we
cane.
streamed in 1080p. You spoiled kids. Hold on a second. I want to pull up. Josh Hoy just sent me some of his stuff. Let me get it up there. Bam.
Boom.
There you go.
Yeah, I hope he brings
Send
a
him a kit.
lot more next year.
I'm sure he will, considering that all this
Oh,
this challenging banter back and forth tonight. I love it. Like I can't wait to see what y'all gonna bring. You know what? That's great. Competition brings out
oh
the
yeah.
best creativity. So hey,
And
I'm all for it.
and it's not about, you know, because like I told everybody, I was like, I'm going in there not expecting to win anything. I said this is my first year. I was like, I just want to be able to show off what I've done, how I've gotten better, and even especially next year. Obviously, do I want to win next year? Something, at least a silver, yeah. But if Greg ends up bringing a freaking 6 foot tall Shin, I don't have any chances whatsoever. So,
It won't be
but
6 foot tall.
it's all about fun. It's
Uh,
about seeing people's work, complimenting it, taking notes, helping each other out. I mean, it shouldn't be about. It should be about healthy competition, but not unhealthy competition. Not to the point where you're like, "Oh,
Absolutely,
I hate you. You beat
absolutely.
me. Mine was better." It's you know,
oh,
it's helping each
I
other
just
out.
love watch. I get inspired. I get inspired by you. I get inspired by Josh. I get inspired by Charles. Everybody there, Marcellus. And next year, you know how we said, George from Blackheart, he's retiring, right?
Yeah.
He's retiring. That doesn't mean he's retiring from model making. He's already told me next year he's coming to the model room. And what I mean
Oh
by that is,
boy.
So like he's
yeah.
gonna enter. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
told me
yeah.
that he's planning on being done in the fall. The new owners take over Blackheart, but yet he said he's still going to come to G Fest to watch over and facilitate, I guess. But yeah, if he's coming to the model room, they better put more tables in there. I'm telling you, we need
Yeah.
a bigger room.
So I'm really happy that it's going to be nice because I don't get to hang out with George. I love George. I
Oh yeah,
absolutely love George. George is such a great guy, such a great just his business is amazing, and he makes stuff like that Shin Godzilla, that bust. I mean, it's what, like, I think 400 or something, like a five, or I don't. All of his busts, the legendary, all of that stuff, it's like under $400, and for a bust that big and that level of detail, that's great. That's
yeah, it
fantastic,
is.
and he makes stuff that's really high quality, and he's a fan.
Oh
And
yeah.
above all, he's the nicest guy in the world. So I'm really excited for next year. I'm just excited to see what everybody else brings. I mean, even if I wasn't bringing anything, I would be down there because I just love watching everybody in there, and
Greg
I
coming to
get
G Fest
inspired.
with nothing in hand. Yeah,
I
doubtful.
used to,
Great question in the
for
chat.
the first.
Y'all coming to Kaiju Brooklyn?
You guys going to Kaiju Brooklyn next year? Possibly,
Woo! I'll
possibly.
take that. I'll take that.
I
You gonna
would
come
really
pick me
like
up, AJ?
to.
You want to drive down to
Yeah.
Indiana and come get me?
Oh yeah, let me instead of just going to
I need
Brooklyn,
security.
go
I need some.
super.
I need some New York security. Okay, like I used to live in
I mean,
Buffalo, not where you live. A little different.
I mean, I'm in Rochester, so it's not that far away. So possibly I could make it down there for that weekend. That would be really fun to do and to see everybody.
And
Possibly.
if you guys need a place to crash, I'll figure some stuff out at the house. So just let me know.
That's really nice.
Because I do not
Where's that? Where
absolutely
is
do
that?
not recommend getting the hotel room out there. Dad and I next year already said like we're just gonna drive home. There's like so where in Industry City where the convention is, parking's phenomenal. They
There's,
have a huge parking lot all the way down all across the
but
water.
there isn't any lodging.
But the hotels have no parking. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I was looking up where Kaiju Brooklyn was held, and I'm like, "Where's the freaking hotels at?" I'm like, "Where?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
the hotel we stayed at was only like 5 minutes away. It was just again they only had like 12 or 15 parking spots. So if you didn't get one, you had to basically park blocks and blocks away, like in the street, because like there were no parking garages around. So
No, I'm good.
very strange. Yeah, it's a shame that the parking lot that's at Industry City isn't like an overnight. Like, I guess you can risk it and leave it there, but you might come back and your car's towed. So that would be great if that had overnight parking. That would change the game completely. I would literally just sleep in my car. I'd be one of those dudes. Be like, hell yeah. But unfortunately, yeah, I highly recommend if you guys do come up, I will try to make accommodations for you guys and
Thanks, man. That's really nice.
at the Russo Manor. And I'll actually let my wife know because Leslie was supposed to stay with me, and then Kelly completely forgot. And then Leslie just said, "Screw you, I'll go with the other Italian guy," and he left with Rich. Broke my heart that same day, But
If you had your chill up, I probably would have stayed. But hey, you didn't have your chiller either. That plays a part.
I don't make chili, man, but I make a
You a
goddamn
you a
great
damn lie.
tomahawk steak, baby. You want to come? We'll get
Yeah,
some tomahawk steaks. Let's go. A little cookout.
yeah.
But back to what you were saying about the price of getting a bus that big, and it's like less than we can't even get.
Yeah.
We get an X Plus Batra now, and it's $500. It's that's a hell of a good price. It's
It
crazy.
is, and if you want to get into model making, that's a great place. I mean, everybody thinks bigger is harder. It actually isn't. Smaller to me is harder. Getting those little eyes is horrible. Trying to get tiny little eyes is just ugh. Like doing like this, like those eyes are just insane. But if you do something like this, where well, even Legendary's eyes are small, but even those, it's easier.
He's got baby head.
Well, Blackheart Shin's eyes are very tiny on that. Like compared to the entire head bust, his eyes are actually very tiny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Teeth
these,
are bigger.
like my God.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
I
can
mean,
definitely see so many people
I
just
can't find
doing
any
the
brushes
printouts,
that are like
like the
firm.
vinyl printouts of detailed eyes. Like I know even X Plus does that sometimes because it's just
yeah,
there's no way to get a consistency from a factory where the eye is always going to be in the same place. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just impossible.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of figures like shit. Their eyes are all googly and
Well,
like one eye's looking that way, the other one's looking
well,
this
that's
way.
why
You're
you
like,
see it on Sofubi a lot because, like, again, they
yeah.
don't. That's just you're going by hand painted. So every now and then there's one that's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Uh, So while I got you, and it's been well over 2 hours, and I want to thank you guys for taking the time. Um,
Yeah.
before we go, Godzilla minus zero design, yes or no? Leslie, dig it.
I dig it. The biggest dorsal plate, it looks cool. It kind of reminds me of Godzilla 2000. I think that's a throwback to that, like the big plate. But but I don't like that he's getting a little bit stockier now. He kind of like is getting more the 93, 94 vibes, and I don't like that.
Really?
I don't like him being. I'm not digging it. Like
Huh.
I mean, I prefer the design of -1. Hell, if they would have did the one from the Clash, I'd have been fine with that. This one
This is your least favorite
is
out of the.
probably my least favorite. Yes, I mean I like the original ride more so than this.
Okay. Greg,
But
how
that's
about
just
you?
I like it. See, I thought he was like trimmed down a little for this one.
Yeah, that's what
That's what
I'm
I mean.
seeing.
And again, here's the thing about this new design. They just released the pictures of the SH Monster Arts one. That looks great.
Yeah.
See what it looks like though when it's in final product. But anyways,
Well, yeah, that's
it looks great. I like the design a lot, but here's the thing about it: we really haven't seen a lot of it because in
Right.
there's only been a couple teasers. I want to see this thing moving around because
yeah.
in the teaser where they showed him going against the behind the Statue of Liberty, that looked like the old design.
Yeah,
Am
which
I
makes me
am I
think that's
wrong?
some kind of flashback. No,
Like
that's
a
why a lot of
dream or something
people
like that.
yeah, a lot of people me and Leslie even did a thing like where it's looked like there could be possibly 2 Godzillas because that one
Yeah,
that is seen in the Statue of Liberty looks like -1. It does not look like the one that's coming out of the water. Um,
right. So this one that's coming out of the water, I mean, we only see him. That's it. That's really all we've seen. So I really want to see him in motion. But I think he looks pretty cool. I'm getting a little bit of legendary vibes to him too. His face looks a little bit more legendary. I mean, they have that one poster where
yes.
it almost looked exactly like the 2014 poster.
Mhm.
He's kind of sideways. They just released it a few days ago,
Yeah.
and it's like,
hmm
oh my god, that looks like legendary. Um, I like the shoulder plates. I like the spikes. I don't know
Yeah.
why it reminds me of Guar. It's very Guar. Like he's got the plate and everything. If you guys know the band Guar,
Yeah.
but no, I like it. I think he looks savage. But again, I have to see him in motion.
yeah.
Adrian?
I heard supposedly he will attack New York. I did hear
Cool.
that.
About
Bring it.
time Godzilla attacks New York. So my opinion, obviously, TBD. Obviously, we only got to see the first trailer, and then the trailer last week at D-Fest was hardly a trailer. 10 seconds of added footage. But from what we got to see, you know, I like the design. Like, because my thing is I'm not the biggest fan of the MonsterVerse Godzillas. I'm more of the Toho, and I'm sorry, but Japan just knows how to make Godzilla. I'm sorry, like with Shin and -1, and now this -0. It's just they know what they're doing, and they don't give away the entire plot in their trailer, which I love. But the design, I love it. I like how he's a little bit stocky. I almost think he kind of looks like Space Godzilla in a way, just like with the huge coming out, like Greg said, war, But like it almost kind of looks like Space. We know it's not, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's super beefy. And the whole theory about there being 2 Godzillas, I mean, it could be. I mean, we
Yeah, I can
don't
see that.
know until the movie actually comes out.
I would
So,
much
I
rather not
mean,
have 2 Godzillas fighting than another fucking King Ghidorah, but that's just me.
yeah, no, I would too. I mean, because yeah, I mean, the one by the Statue of Liberty looked a little bit slimmer and not so bulky, but I don't know. We don't know if that like is in. We don't know if Godzilla goes to New York first and then ends up getting hit with radioactive stuff, and that's why he turns into freaking Steroidzilla. I mean, we don't know until it actually comes
Yeah.
out.
Well, and then they
But
did.
that
There
new
was.
design looks fierce. Like he looks when he comes out of the water. That looks amazing.
Yeah, I love the design. I actually prefer this one over Zero. I love my only issue with it, honestly, is the feet are enormous and somehow his head got smaller. That's the one thing where I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, his feet to head ratio is kind of insane.
93, 94.
Yeah.
93, 94.
And but I do like that he slimmed down. It kind of I agree with Greg. It does seem like it's got more legendary vibes, especially like Godzilla Evolved. So I wonder
At
if
least it's not
this.
14. At least
Yeah,
it's not
no,
2014 where he has the elephant
no, the elephant
feet
feet are the worst.
at the airport.
Even though that's one of the best scenes ever in any
I
kaiju
know.
movie, in my opinion, the elephant feet are one of the worst decisions, in my opinion, ever made for Godzilla, and I'm glad that they recon that shit immediately. They're like, never mind, that was terrible. Who did that?
Everybody at the airport's freaking out. Oh my god, is that Godzilla? No, it's just a big ass elephant.
Yeah, it's just a big ass elephant, real quick.
It's an elephant kaiju.
But some finger puppet merch actually revealed, because they had done this with Shin Godzilla, and they even did this with -1, that there's a monster A and a monster B. Again, so I don't know. Is that going to be two different forms? Is it two different monsters? Is it two forms of another monster? Hedorah, baby, come on. Come on. Give me a flying Hedorah and fucking adult Hedorah. Let's go. But just
I
don't give
would
me
love you. I really hope, as far as like, if he does fight another monster, I really want him to fight Hedorah because they could go straight up H.P. Lovecraft with that and make it just terrifying.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
he could
Yeah.
be one of the most terrifying. Because as a kid, I don't know about you guys, especially us '70s babies, Hedorah scared the crap out of. See, I know it as the smog monster from back in the day.
Mhm.
That he scared the crap out of me. Like I had nightmares of that thing, especially when you first see him in the water. That is terrifying. He is
Those,
straight up a nightmare.
those eyes.
So, I mean, if they could do that same kind of design, but update it and you know be respectful to that design, it's still terrifying, but make it like I said, you could just straight up do so much with that design and the story. An H.P. Lovecraft just nightmare. Just do that. Go cosmic, go
Just put,
nuts.
just put, just put Gabara in there. That'll be a nightmare for you.
Yeah, just anything but King Ghidorah, but you know, every poster has that yellow U in the corner, and everyone just keeps it. That's it. That's
Just
King
let it
Ghidorah.
be. Just
Like,
stop
please.
diving into the posters. Just let it be.
But
Wait till
yeah,
November.
Yeah.
yeah. I hope honestly, I hope we don't even get like an actual real trailer. Just those two teasers, even and just it.
Yeah.
Just give me the
Oh,
movie.
they won't.
Oh, I know. We'll
I
get a
mean, they
real
did the same. They
trailer,
did the
but
same thing for -1 and Shin. They never really gave anything away,
oh, well,
which is
exactly. That's
key
what you
factor
want.
to that.
I wish more, and I wish Hollywood would take a lesson from that in general. Like, not even just the MonsterVerse, just movies in general. I'm tired of
Yeah,
seeing the entire plot to a movie. It's like just stop.
yeah,
Just show the actors an overall like, hey, look, this is what the movie's about, and that's it. I don't need to know
yeah,
Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 in that exact order because that's trailers suck now. They're too long, and then there's too many of them.
yeah. Right.
It's like Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be ruined by the time I even get to see it at this point.
No,
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
funny.
I'm still gonna go see it.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah,
it's
I can't
completely
wait.
ruined. I mean, we already know the entire plot and everything.
We're getting real Hulk again, and that's enough for me. I don't need anything
I
else.
saw that.
The fact that again
Whole gray Hulk clap.
they just released
Yes.
another thing where Hulk flat out says like there is no banner, only Hulk, and it's like that's all I fucking needed. I don't need anything else. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't need Smart Hulk and all this bullshit. I just need Hulk smash. That's all.
Yeah, that was a terrible decision. Smart Hulk. Yeah.
Although, how are they going to I'm sorry to completely derail this. How are they going to retcon the fact that he brought his son to Earth? Or we,
Oh God, don't
ha-
even.
right? Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
that
But
did
we
fucking
don't
happen.
need to go down that road with She-Hulk.
But it
No.
happened. It fucking happened.
No, we know.
It
We
did.
know.
Well,
We just
here's the
have to
thing
put it
about She-Hulk.
aside and
I didn't,
never talk
I
about it
didn't
ever
mind.
again.
I didn't mind She-Hulk. I thought it was fun. But when he walked on screen, I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, I know that
He's my
was.
son. Oh.
Yeah, I enjoyed She-Hulk too for what it was, but yeah, that was just like okay.
Yeah, you probably like the twerking scene that she
Oh,
had in the office
absolutely.
with
I watched that shit in slow motion.
what's that called, Megan Thee Stallion? And she's like twerking in her suit.
Oh, absolutely. Put that shit on. I
After
just
that, I was
replayed
like,
that over and over. Look, man, she's basically
Leslie.
female Deadpool. Like that's just what her character always is. Like it's they didn't really
I don't
reinvent the
know.
wheel with her. Like that's what her character is. She's just overly sexualized, fourth wall breaking. Like that's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But all
so
right.
funny.
Un-
Leslie.
We see why you watch Marvel shows.
oh, absolutely.
Not for the plot.
No, I mean, although I do watch X-Men 97 for the plot because that shit is fire.
I just watched the first episode tonight, so
That's some good stuff.
X-Men that
oh,
Leslie, you watching X-Men?
No.
No. Are you done with this
Leslie,
conversation?
good.
Is Leslie done? Leslie's done.
he's sleepy.
I got some chicken with my name on it downstairs, and it's
Oh,
calling
okay.
my
All
name right now.
right.
Oh.
Let's wrap it up. We got to get this man dinner. It's 10:30
Yes.
dinner. I apologize. That's my bad.
Yeah, because I had to switch over to my phone. It's on like 10% too.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you guys all so much for doing this. Thank you for the work you guys did
Anytime.
at G Fest and coming on to this show, sending me all the pictures and videos. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Adrian,
right.
where can everyone reach you if they want some custom stuff?
It's Everyone Prince on Instagram. They can look on my profile or my regular Instagram, and there'll be a link there and stuff. I post it all the time, so and they can just hit me up and we'll discuss what they want and we'll figure it out.
Sounds good. But all right, everybody, have a great night. And as always, like and subscribe. Be on the lookout for more stuff from Kaiju Live. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.
Boy.